At Radkin, RADKINETICO.com.
ICO.
Yeah, .com. All right, now, let's see here.
Stacy, I'll log into mine. You can have mine if you can't get it going.
Okay, thank you.
Or just, there's one, that's only one.
Okay.
That's it. And then, did it work? Oh, this is a bad look. Should we go? All right, log in, and see if that works.
Hey, Joe, you chose it.
There you go.
There we go.
All right.
It's not a touch screen. I always do that too.
Oh,
So
okay.
he's always easier on Friday.
I'm used to touch screens too, so there you go.
Oh, that's it. isn't it? All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Friday was at 9.
All right, good morning. Welcome to the Board of Works. We'll start with Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Stacy.
Thank you, Susan.
All right. Sorry about that delay. We had a little technical difficulty. Let's start with the approval of the minutes from the July 1st board meeting. Those were presented.
I didn't see anything.
I'm good.
All right. I'll move to accept the minutes as presented.
Second.
All right, any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, thank you. All right, we've got a visitor, Eric Lane, in the house, who is Fellowship Missions founder and director, and he's agreed to serve on our Housing Authority Board. So I'm going to have Eric come up and administer the oath of office to him.
No, it's
Thank you for your willingness to serve the board, to follow the community and care and compassion.
I'm on this. It's,
Very appreciative of your willingness to serve. So with that,
Yeah.
I'll ask you to raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Eric Lane.
I, Eric Lane,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
I will support the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the State of Indiana,
and the Constitution of the State of Indiana.
and that I will faithfully,
I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
diligently
and diligently
discharge my duties
discharge my duties
as a member of the Housing Authority Board
as a member of the Housing Authority Board
for the city of Warsaw, Indiana,
for the city of Warsaw, Indiana,
according to the law,
according to the law.
to the best of my ability.
That's my ability. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right, I need your signature here.
I need it.
I've got one here.
You good?
Yeah.
Use the, yeah. Right there, plus,
All right, there you go then. All right.
there it is, hit that. And it'll blow it up, there you go. And then to get out, you hit that.
All set?
Yes.
All right. Let's move into reports, oral and written communications. The monthly adjustments from the wastewater payment office are shown. There's one. So for your edification, no vote required. Any questions? No, it's not who you think it is.
Well, the number too,
I was
yikes.
curious, did they get a break from Indiana Water, if that was a municipal?
No, I don't think so.
Because that was quite a,
That is.
Yeah,
yeah, it's interesting.
all right. So with no unfinished business, let's dive into new business. Item number 1 is a bid opening for the Center Lake Pavilion renovation. We'll ask Lynn how many, we have 2 bids, is that correct?
2 bids
All right.
in a bionic envelope. The first one's from R. Yoder Construction.
All right, the first bid is, as Lynn mentioned, R. Yoder Construction from Napanee, for the sum of $2,239,417.93. So $2,239,417.93. 2,239,417.93. R. Yoder Construction. All right.
This is from CME Corporation.
And this would be CME Corporation from Fort Wayne, Indiana. And the base bid is $2.468 million, so $2,468,000. So I'm going to ask, that's it, there's just 2, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'll ask our Aaron, city engineer, what you'd like us to do as far as,
Yeah, I think the recommendation I have, our best approach is to take these under advisement. We'll have our architect review the documents, and we'll verify that this fits within the budget of awardable, as well as that the bid, we have a bid that is solid and responsive as well.
all right,
So moved.
all right,
I'll second that.
all right. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? And then that bid will most likely be awarded on August 5th at the next Board of Works
We'll have a
meeting.
bid tab and a recommendation at that meeting for you.
All right. And again, I'd like to thank those that showed up today and presented bids. Appreciate it. And again, we'll award that bid on August 5th. Thank you. All right. Item number 2 would be awarding of the bid for the airport lift station. Jeremy?
Yes, we opened bids on Tuesday. We had 2 bids, one from G&G Hauling, and total amount, there was a base bid and an alternate bid, total amount of a little over 2.1 million, and then HRP with a bid of 1.7 million. Based on the bids, we are able to do both the base bid and the alternate. So my recommendation is that we award the contract to HRP in the amount of $1,727,803.
All right. Questions?
No. You have any questions?
All right, is there a motion to award the bid to HRP Construction in the amount of $1.727803?
So moved.
All right, and obviously a second. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? All right,
This will go to the redevelopment commission for contracts in August.
all right, thank you.
Yep.
All right, item number 3. This is kind of a repeat. We ran into some timing issues with our advertising, so we're going to have to move the bids to August 5th. We were not able to, we were certainly trying to time this to be able to obtain favorable quotes, and we ran short a couple days on the advertising requirements. So rather than do that, we decided to redo it. So we're asking your permission to pursue these sealed quotes.
So move.
Second.
All right, any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? So again, you can see the bids will be advertised July 18th, and then Monday, July 25th, and then the quotes have to be received by August 5th, 10:30, and we'll open those sealed bids then. Scott, any comments on that? Okay. All right. All set? Okay. All right, next item. This is permission to seek quotes for sidewalks and curbs.
Yeah, we're just requesting the board's permission to go ahead and seek some estimates for some neighborhood sidewalk projects as well as some curb removal and replacement cost estimates. This was something we'll seek out. We've got different segments of the city that we're wanting to get some neighborhood sidewalks replaced, as well as some curbing. So just getting to make sure we're getting the best cost associated that we can.
All right,
I move to approve.
I'll second that.
all right. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, thanks,
Thank you.
Dustin. Next, we have a additional road closure request for First Friday. Looks like Scott's here from Main Street, Warsaw. Scott?
Yes. Yes, the turnout for the August First Friday has been really good. So we'd like additional road closure between, right in front of Reinhold's, between Main Street, between Lake and Buffalo, but we don't need to close the intersection. And so just closing it right in front of Z Hotel down to Lake Street.
Okay. All right, Garrett, you good with that, Chief? Okay. All right, appreciate it.
All right, hearing that, I'll move to approve that.
Second.
request.
All right. This is just for the August, correct?
Just for August, yes.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Those opposed? All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Pam's here for a couple releases, mortgage releases. First one would be Home of Your Own Repair, Darwin Booze.
They're both for the same property. It's been paid in full.
All right, I
And the
suppose we
home's
can
been
consider
sold.
both of them together then? Any comments before we vote? It's just they're all paid off and ready to go. All right,
I'll move we approve.
Second.
all right. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Those opposed? All right. Thank you. All right, there you go. Thank you. All right. The next item, number 8, is the MOU with Launchpad for ARPA funding. And we've talked about this, this grant to Launchpad. Basically, this will allow them to create an opportunity for matching grants to businesses who invest in childcare seats in the city of Warsaw. We've tried to facilitate this with some changes in zoning. The council has looked at this specific program and approved it for ARPA funding, and now we're bringing the agreement to the Board of Works. Essentially, they're going to provide matching grants of up to 25% of startup costs for construction and renovation. It will not be used for programming or operational costs. It'll be all capital construction or renovation costs. The physical location of the buildings does need to be within the city of Warsaw. and they need to provide at least 12 child care seats. But this will all be administered through the launch pad. What the city will do is provide $250,000 over the next 4 years. We'll provide $62,500 in October this year. We'll then provide equal installments of that $62,500 in October of '23, '24, and '25. So we'll stagger it out. These funds, again, meet all the requirements of ARPA, and this was a simple way to administer this from the city's standpoint as far as spending the money, ARPA money, and it also gives the launch pad the ability to administer the program and follow up and make sure that these projects are meeting their requirements. I don't think there's anybody here from Launchpad. This is, again, just at this point has been approved by them. They're ready to go.
I move to accept as presented.
I'll second that.
All right, any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, thank you. Item number 9, Jeremy, this is a contract with Norfolk and Southern for the Anchorage Road project.
Yeah, obviously, there's a railroad that runs through the Anchorage Road project, so we'll need to coordinate with Norfolk Southern as they do that construction, and this contract, this agreement more or less is part of that NDOT contract and creates the avenue which we would coordinate for the construction of that portion over the railroad. I believe it's administered through NDOT, but we will get an invoice at some point for the $9,837 that's associated with the agreement. That may come later as we get closer to going to construction.
So these are administrative services that will be paid to NDOT.
It probably gets directly paid to Norfolk Southern, but we will get an invoice, and it won't be until we get closer to the construction side of it, because those services are for them to coordinate with NDOT, the contractor that NDOT awards the project to, and we'll deal with flagmen during the construction of that period that affects the railroad.
So that's basically what it is.
Yeah.
There's not going to be,
They're not doing anything
No.
other than
this,
coordinating the flagmen that would notify them when the trains were coming, the train schedule and so forth, so
Got
that
it.
when they're doing that construction period, they're protected.
and again, this project is set for 23, 24, so
Yes.
it's be a little while down the road, but this is necessary to get this worked out.
I'll move we approve the agreement.
Second.
Further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right,
Thank you.
thanks, Jeremy. Chief Holderman?
Yeah, I'm gonna let Mr. Cranston do these.
All righty. I didn't see him behind the post. Who else is back there?
You can see me back there.
Well, motley crew.
So we're asking permission, because of a time crunch when we applied, we weren't able to come to the Board of Works and ask permission to apply for this grant through K-21. We did go to the Territory Board. They gave us their blessing. We got it turned in. K-21 has been gracious enough to award us a $20,000 grant for our CARES program. This is to purchase some in-vehicle cameras, body cameras, and some concealable vests for the CARES staff as they go out and visit with folks. One of the concerns we had when we started the CARES program after meeting with Warsaw PD was safety. They wanted to make sure that we were protecting ourselves against liability and just safety issues across the board. So it was their suggestion that we kind of look into these items. They're pretty costly. When we looked into them and then pursued the grant, again, K-21 was nice enough to give us this grant. It's a zero match grant. It's for $20,000. I believe we also included in that a stair chair, which is like a collapsible chair on wheels to help people who are physically disabled be able to maybe help them in and out of their home if that's something we had to deal with at the time. We currently have one on loan from Lutheran EMS that we use, but it is theirs. They're going to want that back. So we wanted to replace that, and then we put in there an AED also for the CARES vehicle, just because some of the people we deal with are not the healthiest And I didn't want to have our CARES person in a situation where the person may have a medical crisis and not be able to respond to it. So we added that in there as well. So just asking permission to accept the grant. Again, it is zero match. So, and I believe what we've worked out is that we're going to invoice the items that we've anticipated, and the invoice will go directly to K-21 for their payment. So that way it won't be something we have to take out of our budget and then try to find a way to put back. I think that's what our folks worked out with your folks. I'm
And
not sure.
I sat in on that meeting with K-21, and I'm certainly appreciative of what they're doing to help the CARES program get off the ground. And Chris sought this out and appreciate that. And I know this type of program, I would anticipate there'll be more grants, opportunities for this type of work. So we're thankful that you've taken the bull by the horns and gotten this first one delivered, if you will. So,
Thank you.
questions?
I move that we accept the grant.
I'll second that.
All right, further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
Denny, start with the take-home vehicle request.
Yes, sir. This was due to a change in personnel. Tom Rozelle was promoted to our construction supervisor, and he was backfilled with Jason Nichols as our new maintenance supervisor. So this is just to allow Jason to take the vehicle home. He's on 24-hour call, so.
So it's not a new take-home vehicle, it's just a new driver.
Correct.
Yep.
I move to accept.
I'll second that.
Further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right. Excuse me. New hire change report.
Yep, the only new hire we have this month is Steve Rocky, just retired from the police department, and he will be going out and working with our aviation department. So just need permission for him to go out and help Nick out at the airport.
I'll move to approve that.
Second.
We had a very nice party for Steve. Thank
Yes.
Chief and the
Yes.
department. It was very nice. And Steve's really excited to go out to the airport.
Sunlight.
Yeah. I think he wants, I asked, what are you going to do? And he goes, well, probably mow. So I'm sure Nick will be happy to have him, and we're happy to make that opportunity available for him.
That's good.
All right, any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, you'll see 2 travel requests here. One of them is mine. I'm going to the Indiana Conference of Mayors in Carmel in August.
Yeah, the second is for Officer Kyle. He actually won this, the registration fees for this conference at another conference I went to, correct? So actually getting a little bit of cost savings because he won a raffle.
Great.
But it's going to be a good conference for him as well to get that new training.
That's a new one.
Yeah, I know, I haven't heard
Yeah,
that.
Are there other raffles out there? There-
In light of that, I'll move we approve the travel request.
Second.
Further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right.
Thank you, Board.
Thanks, Denny. Larry's walking up. He had called me on this next request, obviously before it evolved, but because of timing, it's being brought to the board somewhat after the fact, but I was very well aware of what was going on, and it was basically an emergency situation, so I told him to proceed.
Yeah, we got a call from a blues artist 2 days prior to the concerts that she had a family medical emergency in Colorado and couldn't perform. So we had another treated and released. They were another contracted band for that day's events. Agreed to play another hour to fill that time slot. So I'm requesting that we pay the $1,000 claim to them for that event.
Had the artist been paid yet?
No,
All right, so we don't get, there's no
No.
refund involved or anything?
no, no. Yeah.
No, we actually saved, didn't we save $500?
$200.
$200.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll move to approve.
Second.
All right.
Further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Larry. Justin?
Today I've submitted a real estate agreement between the City of Warsaw and Trinity United Methodist Church for the acquisition of some parcels that are to the east of Fribley Field and Richardson Du Bois Park. Currently, the church allows the city to utilize those parking spaces on those lots, but we really wanted to improve the situation over there for visitors to the park and when there are football games there. So we're looking at acquiring those parcels to enable us to make those improvements, those much-needed improvements to the east side of the park. So I just ask for your approval of that agreement and let me know if you have any questions.
The appraisals are attached, as you probably noticed. As Justin said, that place gets pretty busy over there. Safety is always a big concern. A lot of kids darting from cars, and it's just nice to be able to provide a little more formal parking to try and move a lot of those folks off the street as they're coming in for football and whatever else they do over there.
I assume our legal teams look this over.
Yes, and again, it complies with the state statute on property acquisition with the average of the two appraisals. And again, those are, I think Justin said all 82 pages are there for your perusal.
Yeah, so just to summarize the 82 pages, Griffin Real Estate appraisal service, we've had them do appraisals in the past, but they came in at 45.5 for their appraisal, and then Vern Mitchell Associates out of Fort Wayne as well. We've used them in the past, 47,000. So we averaged the two to come up with 46,250.
All right.
I'll move to approve this.
Second.
All right, any final questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, thanks, Justin. As Dustin's walking up here, I want to thank him for getting right on this. We were awarded community crossings, hadn't been that long ago, and here we are getting ready to take this. This is actually the contract, so we'll approve the contract and give us a little timeline on your work.
Yeah, so we get the owner agreement or owner contractor contract agreement approved today. We'll get the contract back in front of NDOT so we can receive our community crossings money from there, which $443,658 coming from the state. Once we have that, then we'll give G&G the notice to proceed. As far as that goes, we'll get right of entry agreements and stuff and be meeting with all the residents on Lindbergh Drive to make them aware, and hopefully should have the project started sometime in August.
Great. Questions?
No, really appreciate it. I move to approve.
I'll second that.
All right, further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right. And Aaron, thanks for your help with that as well. I know you're
We still have ways to go, but we're on to the next step.
yeah, very much appreciate your expertise. All right, Brian, item number 17. This is a proposal from McAllister Machinery.
This is to purchase our next combination vac truck. This will be purchased in '23, but due to long lead times to get the equipment, we need to approve this and move forward now to receive this truck in '23. It's been reviewed by the city attorney. It's a Sourcewell purchase, which meets all the requirements for bidding. I don't know if you have any other questions. We replace these trucks every 10 years, so this is replacing our oldest truck.
Seems prudent to get it on order now, especially with all these issues. So I'm going to move to approve.
Second.
Any further discussion? I guess I'll just note that you all noted there was a trade-in value from the old truck in here, so I appreciate that.
Looked like it was a fairly good deal, really, but we'll see.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right. And then you've got a change order for some sewer rehab.
Yes, this was for pipelining that's been completed. This was done earlier this spring, Insight Pipe. Excuse me. We had the bulk of the deduct was we had an 18-inch pipe and it ended up being a 12-inch pipe, so the cost difference there. And then we added another pipe in to try and get closer to the original contract amount, and it ended with a $11,641.05 deduct from the contract.
All right, so that's a change order favorable to the city.
Yeah, you don't
Any
see that
comments?
very often, yeah.
I'll quickly.
We'll take it. I move to approve. Thanks, Brian.
Yeah.
About time.
Okay, motion by Jeff, second by George. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, and then item 19, be a pay app.
Yes, this is then the final pay app for that pipelining work that was completed.
All right. And I assume we're confident the work has all been done.
Yes, it was reviewed by the Whistler Engineering and then our
Great.
staff. And
All right,
I'll move to approve the pay app.
Second?
all right, further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, thanks, Brian.
thank you.
We do have one special claim. Looks like that would be for that last item we just approved. Get it paid in a timely manner. Insight Pipe Contracting in that same amount of $37,627.43. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second?
Further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right. And to the claims docket, there's just one accounts payable voucher. George, anything?
Got a question already answered, so I don't see anything else.
Good.
Well, I'll move we approve the claims docket as presented.
Second?
Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right. Are there any other items to be carried forward? All right. Well, we'll see you all back August 5th. We'll hopefully have some fuel price bids and award a bid for the Center Lake Pavilion remodel. So, comments from the visitors? Questions? All right. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All right. Thank you.
We rushed it. for you.
That's a nice meeting.
Yeah. Look at that. I thought he was going to be here till noon.
Looked like a long agenda.
Bird, thanks for bailing Scott out.
Oh, yeah.
Keep an eye on him.
Hilton had it.